Good morning. Welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. This morning, consider eating breakfast. You may think that skipping it might help you lose weight, but it's doing exactly the opposite. Also, new advances in science offer patients suffering from chronic diseases new alternatives. And for our tech lovers, protect your computer gear with stylish covers. This and much more today on The Balancing Act. You know, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and it contributes to better health, increased levels of energy, and mental alertness. Now, contrary to what many people think, breakfast can also stimulate weight loss by accelerating your body's metabolism. Next with us is Nutritionist Dr. Krutina to tell us why we should take breakfast very seriously. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Wendy.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
So, we all know breakfast is important, but why?
Breakfast is important because you need to start your day off with enough energy to be able to make it through, especially just even to lunch. People that don't eat breakfast tend to overeat lunch. They pick really easy things to grab and eat rather than thinking through what might be a healthier choice.
They're so starving by that point.
Exactly.
And you have a personal story about how you learned breakfast is important.
In 10th grade, I spent a lot of time before lunch, tired, laying my head on the table, just not being able to focus like I needed to. And I slept more. I tried to fix it, didn't know.
You're literally falling asleep in class.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit of trouble.
Yeah.
So I read a book on how important breakfast is. I hadn't listened to my mother, but the book did it, and I started eating breakfast, and right away I had more energy, I could focus, and I was so amazed by the results that that's when I actually decided to become a nutritionist in 10th grade.
Breakfast changed your life.
It did. It really
Opened your eyes.
did.
Okay, now you've brought some delicious and you say very nutritious products today.
Yes.
Nature's Own breakfast breads. Tell me about them.
Well, Nature's Own has a new line of breakfast breads that are really not only they're tasty, but they are very nutritious as well. They have, they're very good sources of vitamins A, D, E, and C, and they also have a good source of calcium, which, as you know, is real critical for growing kids and moms. So hard to get
calcium into kids.
Right.
And most of these have whole grain. Now, why are whole grains so important to us?
Whole grains can help prevent risk of cancer, as well as heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. All of those whole grains can protect from.
I heard someone say once that whole grain helps escort it out of our body, our cholesterol.
It helps with elimination in a number of different ways, actually.
So that's a good thing. There's also some protein in these breads. I mean, I thought carbs were all like, you know, starch and stuff.
You know, carbs have gotten such a bad rap. Carbohydrate foods are so health enhancing. For instance, these Nature's Own products, yes, they actually do have quite a bit of protein in them. This bagel here has 10 grams of protein in it.
That's a lot.
10 grams.
How much does an average woman need a day?
44 grams.
That's almost a quarter right there in one bagel.
Yeah.
Wow. And tell me the breakfast ideas that you've brought with you today.
Okay, so here we have the Nature's Own cinnamon swirl raisin bread, okay? And that's served with yogurt here, so you have, you know, a nice complement of foods. And then we also have a cranberry raisin swirl bread,
Yummy.
which is very tasty over here.
Smells delicious.
And I mentioned the honey wheat bagel, and this one has light cream cheese on it with a little bit of honey and some cinnamon and topped with strawberries.
So you're getting a lot of food groups there.
Yeah. And then we've got the honey wheat English muffin as well. So we've got a real nice selection of breakfast breads.
Delicious ways and very kind of visually exciting. They smell delicious, but delicious ways to make a healthful breakfast for our families.
Yes.
So where can people go to find out more or get new recipes?
They can go to the website naturesownbread.com to get plenty of recipes and have wonderful, nutritious, and tasty breakfasts.
naturesownbread.com. Eat your fiber. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
So this is Psoriasis is a disease of the immune system manifesting in the skin or joints, and there is no cure. According to the National Institute of Health, as many as 7.5 million Americans have psoriasis, which commonly appears on the skin as itchy, red, scaly patches. Now, psoriasis is probably one of the longest known illnesses in human history and simultaneously one of the most misunderstood. Here to discuss the disease and an effective treatment is Dr. Stefan Weiss. Welcome, Dr. Weiss.
Thank you very much.
So what exactly is psoriasis and who suffers from it the most?
So psoriasis is an immune-mediated disease, as you spoke of, and where it manifests most frequently is on the scalp, the elbows, the knees, and the trunk. It can also form on the palms and the soles alone, which can be very debilitating.
Yeah, I've seen people with the palms peeling skin kind
Exactly,
of.
and it can be very difficult for people who have certain occupations where their hands need to be seen, and for individuals who like to be outdoors, on the soles of the feet can be very painful.
I actually have a massage therapist who suffers from psoriasis and has to completely cut back on her clients because some people won't be massaged with hands that are having an outbreak.
Exactly, that's one of the things that people with psoriasis suffer from, is that social stigma.
Yeah. Anyone famous ever had it?
There are a number of famous individuals with psoriasis, including the great linebacker from the New York Jets, Mark Gastineau,
Really?
the Beaver, Jerry Mathers, and of course the American novelist John Updike.
Wow. So what has been the history of treatment of psoriasis?
So psoriasis classically has been treated with what were always called potions and lotions. There were a number of creams, gels, ointments that people used to have to slather on themselves to hope to find some degree of relief. At some point in the early 50s and 60s, they actually developed light therapy for psoriasis. And this started out with just taking an aspect of the sun's rays in the UVA spectrum. Then it merged over to just the UVB spectrum, and that became more narrow in terms of what was called narrowband UVB.
Is that literally the light that you stand in front of a light box and your whole body gets a dose of it?
Exactly.
Even if you only have an outbreak in one area?
That was the whole point. So not only did people who have to stand in this light box when they were getting UVB or UVA therapy, it would take 30 to 40 treatments before they would have any demonstrable results.
So what's the new news?
The new news is the X-TRAQ eczema laser from Photomedics, which is a targeted beam of light in the 308 nanometer wavelength that allows for precise phototherapy of the psoriatic plaque, sparing the surrounding normal tissue. This allows not only for a more rapid delivery of the actual light therapy, but it also allows for fewer treatments. So basically 10 weeks of twice-weekly treatment will actually provide the same effect that people were getting from 30 to 40 treatments with the light boxes.
Wow. 10 treatments compared to 30 or 40. Now, does it actually reduce the length of the outbreaks, or does it keep future outbreaks from coming?
It can do both. So what we'll see is in patients, especially in one study where we looked at individuals with mild to moderate psoriasis, we saw 75 to 90% of patients achieved clearance. Most importantly, that clearance was sustained for 4 to 6 months.
This is good news for people who suffer so much. How do we find out about this?
The best way to find out is to either ask your dermatologist about the X-TRAQ laser or go to Photomedics' website, which is www.photomedics.com.
Photomedics.com. Now, does insurance cover this, or is it considered plastic surgery?
The great news for patients is this is considered a medical therapy, and insurance does cover it.
That's very good news. Okay, so if you can't remember Photomedics.com, just go to your derm and ask for the X-TRAQ laser. Is that right?
Exactly.
Dr. Weiss, thank you for sharing this important information with us today.
Thank you.
A pleasure to see you.
Good to see you.
So what is your favorite gadget? Is it your iPod, your cell phone, your notebook computer? What would you say if I told you that you could personalize your favorite item to reflect your taste, your personality, and even social causes that are important to you? So whether you're a working mom, a stay-at-home mom, a woman on the go, or one who's just taking it slow, I'm going to show you a unique way to tell the world who you are. Here to explain is Darren Hegemeyer from SkinIt.com. Hi, Darren.
Hi.
I have to say, I haven't been excited about a product like this in a very long time. So what is SkinIt?
A skin is a custom cut, custom fit, durable, adhesive cover for any type of consumer electronic device.
Yeah, durable is the word, because you should see this is an Apple phone, and it is hard, it integrates with the system, it protects it.
It's thin.
Okay, now, let's walk through the process so that moms can understand, or any working woman can understand, how simple it is to get a SkinIt for any of their devices.
Okay, well, the first thing you do is go to SkinIt.com.
SkinIt.com. Okay.
Type that in your browser, and you'll go look for your device that you want to skin.
Now, how will I know that my particular model of cell phone will be there?
Almost every major device is supported, so there are about 1,500 different consumer electronic devices, from notebook computers to cell phones to gaming devices like Nintendo DS's.
1,500 consumer electronic products online. So you find your product.
Correct.
Then what do you do?
Then you pick your favorite logo. It could be a college logo, your favorite design. It could be a fashion design. It could be a sports team logo.
In fact, one of your customers made this out of some of the designs and put her initials in.
You can upload photos. You can
You've got
create your own
logos from
designs.
Disney, Hannah Montana, High School Musical, Tinkerbell. Did you say upload your own photos?
You can use our customizer. It's the hottest new thing on SkinIt.com. You can upload your photos. You can edit them. You can add text.
Let me see your laptop, for example. He's a good dad. Now, I want you to know how hard this is, how it's integrated with the computer. This is your baby, right?
That is my youngest baby, yes.
And it is photo quality. Okay, now, I know every mom out there is thinking about this. How expensive are these things?
Well, the notebook varies. So for the uploader or the customizer, we call it, it's actually $34.95, $29.95 for a design for a notebook. And for handsets like this iPhone, typically $14.95, and to upload your own photo, $19.95.
So it's super affordable, too.
Totally affordable. You can skin it as frequently as you want.
You know what I'm thinking right now? Imagine, you know how in the morning everyone's racing out of the house and you got all the family cell phones and the chargers? Imagine if you had each family member's picture on their cell phone as a hard thing. Then people won't steal each other's
It's a great idea.
phones. And DSs!
DSs, it's a great gift idea.
Because the kids are all losing each other's DSs, and I've been putting a terrible label maker on mine with names. That's silly, right?
That's a little silly, I hate to say. It's a little silly, but I skinned my son's DS for his birthday. When he's on play dates, he doesn't lose it anymore.
How old is your son?
He's 6.
And was he able to go online himself and figure it out?
He went online, he uploaded a photo, he added his name. I was really excited to watch him do it. It was fun for him. I mean, it's a great gift idea. It's a great idea to pool with other gifts.
His 6-year-old can figure this out, so we can do it no problem. And any electronic device, we can put our favorite logo on it, our favorite artwork. We can upload pictures of anybody we want, and then it integrates with the SkinIt.
It's as if it's part of the device. It's as if it's part of the plastic, and it won't damage the device. So it's easy to apply. It's easy to remove. Bubble-free application, 3M technology.
Bubble-free, I like that.
3M quality. It's
Darren, thank you for bringing us this exciting product. How do people find it? Where do they go?
Go to SkinIt.com.
SkinIt.com, SKINIT.com.
And get started.
I think I'm going to be on there all evening tonight.
Now, I have something for you. I have a little
What's
surprise.
That? You do?
I want you to see this. We took some photos
of
your
babies.
kids for your notebook computer.
This is going to go on my computer so I can just stick this right to my computer.
And we took your handset.
Look at my BlackBerry. Oh my goodness, those are my babies. Do you see this? These are my girls. They're on my BlackBerry forever. Every phone call I make, I'm going to be reminded of my angel children. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. This really is my phone?
That is your handset, and you know, this isn't as complicated as the one that I did where I added art. That took literally 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Darren, thank you so much. SkinIt.com.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Have you checked out thebalancingact.com lately? Don't forget to log on daily to view show clips, recipes, and participate in many online contests we've got lined up for you this year.
Here's a green shopping tip for you. Did you know that a family of 4 can save $2,000 a year in the supermarket by choosing larger sizes instead of individual serving sizes? That's because 10 cents of every shopping dollar is used to pay for packaging. Small sizes use more packaging for each ounce of product than larger sizes. So if you buy large sizes, you save money, reduce waste, and help the environment. And that's great green news.
Women love jewelry, but sometimes we struggle with finding just the right accessory or that special gift. Well, our next guest shows us how to create something beautiful for yourself and for others. It's not only a unique home-based business opportunity, but it provides a fun party experience and a boutique-like product. Pamela Kingston is here. She's Director of Sales and Marketing for Touchstone Crystal. Welcome, Pam.
Thank you.
What is Touchstone Crystal?
Touchstone Crystal is a fun, interactive party experience that gives girlfriends an excuse to get together.
Like we need an excuse to get together, right?
But we are so busy, so this is a great excuse to get together and learn a new technique if you'd like. Learn how to, the 3 basic simple techniques to make everything in our catalog.
But they don't have to, right?
But they don't have to, and that's the wonderful part. We also offer finished items as well.
And people can go onto the website even before a party and pre-order their gifts, so it's all there for them. Now, also, they will have a consultant there at the party who will show them how to make the jewelry if they want to make it there, and it takes only 30 minutes?
Correct.
This is beautiful crystal, by the way. Who's it from?
The crystal that we feature is exclusively Swarovski crystal and Swarovski crystal pearl.
Wow.
And they are the world's leader in cut crystal.
Okay, how does someone become a consultant? How do they get trained?
How do they get trained? We realize that our consultants have very busy lives. We also know that they all have different learning styles. So we offer 24-hour-a-day online training to fit your busy schedule. We offer conference calls, training calls, DVDs for training, as well as one-on-one business coaching.
So someone who may be home with a new baby and is looking for a way to still see her friends and make some money and contribute to the family income can do this. Touchstone Crystal, who are they? Have they been around for a while?
Touchstone Crystal, we've been around for about 15 months. We get our name from the very last charm, which is a gift that we give to our guests. It's a colored charm of 7 different colors, and each color has a different meaning. For instance, if you've got a guest who's looking for balance in their life, they might choose the blue touchstone, which symbolizes balance and tranquility and loyalty, and just as a reminder of the commitment they made to themselves.
And if women are thinking of becoming consultants, how would they find out about it?
They can log on to our website at www.touchstonecrystal.com and click on the tab that says Let's Connect.
Touchstonecrystal.com. Pam, that sounds wonderful.
And Wendy, for you, we have a Touchstone Crystal bracelet as well, and I've taken the liberty of selecting a blue touchstone for the balancing act.
Oh, blue, because that's both our corporate colors here with the balancing act, and blue makes just me feel so much in balance. Look at this.
And it just so matches your blouse.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Did you actually make this?
Yes, we did.
Wow, beautiful. Pamela, thanks for being with us, and I'm going to wear this for the rest of the show. Up next, a big sister's guide to the world of work. Don't go away. We'll be right back. This is beautiful. As women, juggling our careers and home life is commonplace, but with 75% of women between the ages of 25 and 54 in the working world, some single mothers going to work for the first time, behavior could not be more important to their successes. Today we're joined by Jocelyn Greenkey, co-author of the book, The Big Sister's Guide to the World of Work, to tell us the inside rules that every working girl should know. Welcome.
Thank you.
So what possessed you to write this book?
Well, Marcel and I were working together at a big publishing company, and we just were frustrated with the types of things and work ethics and hours that we were putting in, and we could not understand why we were not getting ahead further. Even though we were senior managers, it was very frustrating how the men's political world was working with or against the women's political world. So we went to the library and the bookstore and checked online, and there was nothing that was written directly in the terms and the way that women speak to each other currently, modern language, to really talk to us. And so we thought it would be fantastic to write a book of literally do this and don't do that.
So what are the biggest do's that women should do in the workplace?
There's so many do's. The number one do in the world is to really watch your reputation, because that will follow you and precede you wherever you go, regardless of what school that you go to, you know, what pedigree that you have.
Right.
It's really important that your behavior, a la the politics,
yes,
is really countered and
you want to get a good
first.
Reputation. What
Right.
kinds of things lead to a good reputation?
Well, it's not just a good reputation. Many women who have different types of reputation lead. I mean, even if you're known as tough, that's somebody tough but nice, or gentle but soft. I mean, there's lots of different reputations. As long as you have one, rather than beige, is really what you're going for.
You don't want to go unnoticed. Now, you also talk in your book about the 60-40 rule. What does that mean?
60-40 rule is very simple. When you're at work, you need to spend 60% of your time working diligently, focused, answering the phone calls, doing whatever work it is, no matter what industry. We are talking about during your more or less 40-hour work week, whatever that includes, 60% is focus, do your work, because you should be able to get it done within that time. And the 40% is really, you know, networking, chatting and humming, having those conversations that showcase your personality and your skill set to other people.
Okay, so what are the poison apples that you say that women can bring into the workplace?
Oftentimes women are constantly apologizing. I'm sorry. If you ask an assistant or somebody who's an associate of yours to do something or to help you, you bring on the I'm sorry, and that is really treacherous. I mean, you really need to say, please do whatever you want them to do. I think if you talk ill of other people, the gossip mill can work for you if you let certain information out to the right people. But overall, the one person who's guarding your reputation is yourself. So whatever you say about yourself, that is what is being repeated. So if you're negative about yourself, like I never can get ahead, I'm working too often, my boss hates me, I hate my boss, things like that, those things.
So create your own good press.
Create your own good press, and always make friends with the PR department, because they're the ones who know all the information that go in and out of the company most.
Of course. Okay, so it's called The Big Sister's Guide to Work of the World. On a closing note, Jocelyn, I have one question for you.
Yes.
Who do you trust at work?
No one.
No one. You hear that, girls? Don't trust it. Don't bring your personal stories and sob because it could be used against you later.
Well, just be repeated. I mean, if you're willing for that to happen, it will be repeated. Take it from one who knows.
Good advice.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh, bringing you The Balancing Act every weekday morning on Lifetime Television. Tune in tomorrow for more interesting stories on home-based businesses, career, finances, home, self, and so much more. And don't forget to check us out at thebalancingact.com. We'll see you next time.